Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? What's happening? Welcome to another report brought to you by the Buffalo Flags. Ladies and gentlemen, free agency. The period is here. The Bills aren't as active as we'd like them to be, but this was anticipated. We knew this was going to be the case. We knew that we would not be as active. We don't have a whole lot of money in the bank. So we're going to have to be methodical. We're going to have to be smart. We're going to have to let the dust settle. You know, a whole lot of players are going to get a whole lot of money that they don't necessarily deserve, but it's just teams have needs, and they have to fill those needs quicker than others. So they're forced to make big splashes to fill those needs. They might be overdoing it. And some, like the Bills, like to wait to get the value. And right now, I'm not saying the dust has settled just yet, but there's still a lot of, like most people like to say, meat on the bones, if you will. So lots to take care of, man. Lots to take care of. But how are you guys doing? How are you guys, Bills Mafia, and the rest of the NFL? I mean, there's some non-Bills fans watching right now. How are you guys feeling about the developments of what your teams have done, or where they're headed? If you look at the New York Jets, boy, they are loading up. They are loading up, and you know why they're loading up? They're loading up to come and get the Bills. I'm telling you, they want that division, but not only that, they want to get into the playoffs. They want to win the whole thing. But in order for them to even do that, who do you think they got to come get? They got to come get the Bills. So the Jets. Listen, I was a fan of what the hell the Jets did in the draft. You guys already know that. Much respect to the Jets. If there are any Jets fans in this bitch, salute to y'all, man. Your team, they're giving you a lot of hope. Last year, they got you a lot of hope. Brees Hall, star. Sauce Gardner, star. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have multiple players on that team that is you guys gonna be a problem. And now you just brought on Alan Lazard. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He ain't no scrub. You're about to bring on my man Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gave y'all a list. He wants Odell. He wants Mercedes Lewis. He wants familiar faces that understand how he functions and how he rolls. And dude, man, the Jets are no joke, and they are coming for the Bills' head. They are loading up. The Dolphins continue to load up. A lot of people are trying to poo-poo on Jalen Ramsey, that he ain't the same player. Well, let me tell you something. 6 out of 7 years, he's been a top freaking corner in this game. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. At 28 years old, he just got signed by the freaking Dolphins. Fam, it is going to be a problem in the East. So that's why we, as Bills fans, have to go back to settling on working and dealing with the AFC East rather than building this team to go and take on Pat Mahomes. Rather than building this team to go and take off other divisional foes. No. Now you got to really hone in and handle your business in the division. We lost some players. We gained some players, and we're going to talk about it. But my goodness, man, I had to get that off the chest, because this ain't going to be a walk. It's going to be a cakewalk. No, sirree, Bob, is not. The Jets are not playing games, and they're not stopping either. They're not done. They haven't even hit the draft yet. They haven't even hit the draft yet. So, how do we counter? How do the Bills counter? Well, let me tell you how they got the ball rolling, right? First things first, you gotta make some room. You gotta make some room in the bank. You gotta create some cash flow. And that they did. So Josh Allen, Von Miller, aka Von Killer, had to restructure their contracts. So those two restructures alone freed up $32 million. Ronald Wrigley says, "Yo, Rico, you scared?" Yeah, I am actually. You damn right. And I'm not afraid to admit it because it's easy to say you scared. We've been waxing that team for years. I'm not saying it's just you, Ronald. I'm just talking about everybody. We've been waxing that team for years. We own the division. Wait till the season starts. Wait till the season starts, and then we start we start looking like not the Bills, and then y'all be. I don't know what's going on. We're not on the same page. Hey, it started in the offseason. It started, quite frankly, last year. Everybody's getting better, and that's the way the NFL should be. You can't be in the basement forever. You got to improve. You got teams like the Detroit Lions, improvement. They're not a basement team anymore. The Jaguars, improvement. So teams are getting better, and as they should. And the teams that were once upon a time top dogs, I mean, are having to kind of, restructure. Look at the Titans. The Titans are having to shuffle and redo some things and rebuild. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But we definitely got some things to talk about. But it starts off with the Bills saving some cash flow, saving a little bit of money, $32 million saved by restructuring Josh Allen and Von Miller. We knew that was coming. We absolutely knew that was coming. Some people were talking about, hey, can you restructure Trey White as well? Heck no, do not restructure that man. That means you're kicking the can down the road and you got to hold on to him longer. In my humble opinion, I don't know if we're going to get the same Trey White that we've been getting. I hope I'm desperately wrong. So do not kick that can down the road because I don't know what we got with that brother. Because he's coming off an injury and everybody deals with these injuries differently. But we had to make some moves. Matt Milano extended. We've extended Matt Milano through 2026. So he's going to be the dog in the middle of that defense. Now, will he be able to man the middle linebacker position the way Tremaine Edmonds did at 6'5", 34-inch arms? Will he be able to man that position? Should he remain in the position he was before and get a thumper of a linebacker with instincts? I'll talk a little bit more on that in just a little bit. But Matt Milano, 2-year extension. Congratulations to him. And that saves us $6 million. So here come the Bills. Here comes Brandon Beane saving a little cash flow. Tim Settle restructures. Tim Settle didn't have the year that we anticipated that he'd have. I wanted a bigger year out of Tim Settle. I know Commanders fans, when they found the news that Tim Settle was leaving, they were upset because they felt that he could have been part of the future of the team. But that the depth on the Commanders is too deep, so they had to let him walk. So we still have a good player in Tim Settle. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to Tim Settle. But he didn't have the year that we anticipated. So here he is. He's got to restructure. So he's restructured at $600K. So that's another saving of $600K. Nyheim Hines, we saved $1.3 million. I feel much better with the saving of the saving that we got with Nyheim Hines with his restructure. That almost $5 million that he was making, I wasn't too keen on that. So they restructured it. I mean, they're still paying him that, but just looking at that number was killer. So now it's down to like 3-something mil. So they pushed that money off. So they gave him 400,000 this year and another 600,000 the next year or something of that nature. So they'll throw him that milli, but we save $1.3 million with the restructure of Nyheim Hines. So we're making moves. Do you mean to give us a little money? So most people are like, okay, but you made all these moves. How much money do we actually have? 10.8 mil. We were under that. Listen, we were over the cap by quite a bit. So we had no choice but to, make some moves and restructure some things. So right now, total, when it comes to it, with the savings of Matt Milano with that $6 million that hasn't quite applied just yet, we'll be at 16 to 17 million in cap space. So we're not horrible, but we're not great. We don't have 30, 40 million dollars in the bank that we could just go and get who the heck we want. But we got a little money. We got a little bit of flexibility. So this is where Brandon Beane shines. This is where he's got to come in and handle his business. I was in a Twitter conversation with somebody, and they said, "Yo, what the f has Brandon Beane done in the 5 years? Why are we calling him Big Baller Beane?" Because Big Baller Beane earned his damn name. He earned his damn name. He didn't make it up himself. He earned that name. He earned it by bringing in guys on this team to make us competitive to where we're at today. A lot of people like to forget what the hell that we have going on with this team, and they want to take away that nickname for him. Nah, we are where we are because Brandon Beane has pretty much took away the rotten parts of this team and built it and restructured it to a team that's competitive, and it's going to be competitive for a while. But when you start questioning, oh, what has he done? No, come on, son. Now, does he have to hit on this draft, this upcoming draft? You damn right he does. He absolutely does. And we will wait for that. Because when you see moves being made by the Jets, moves being made by, the Dolphins, and they're not stopping, they just re-signed Raheem Mostert, which I really like. Listen, things are just gonna get more dicey in the AFC East. We just gotta buckle down, make sure that we handle our business, and go from there. By the way, shout out to everybody tuned in on a Tuesday evening. We appreciate you. Smash that like while you guys are in here. Listen, I want to be able to give you guys the content that you guys deserve, the content that is needed. And in order to do that, we need to share this. So do me a favor, word of mouth works. Let people know where they can come get good content, real content, no cookie cutter stuff. And we speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? We speak with emotion, but we're calculated. We're calculated. At least I'll speak for myself. So salute to y'all for tuning in. Whether you're Bills fans, Jets fans, Dolphins fans, wherever you're coming from, salute to y'all. And let's get this thing popping. So, who do we listen, folks? How does this team need to be constructed? How does it need to be built? What up, Stevie Franchise? I see you, kid. How does this need to be constructed? How do we need to stay competitive? What do we need to do? Well, first things first, look at the offensive line. Let's look at the offensive line and look at what we have, look at what we've had, and take a good look at what our offensive line looks like right now. Without the signing of Conor McGovern, which we'll get into. You've got Deion Dawkins, a solid left tackle, a reliable, dependable left tackle. You got an opening at left guard. You've got Mitch Morse, the reliable Mitch Morse, solid veteran leadership in Mitch Morse. Comes from winning organization when he was with the Chiefs. They came to the Bills, still a winning organization. So it continues. Then we've got right guard, which is an opening / not really, because you've got Ryan Bates, former Penn State guard / left tackle / center / he does the whole damn thing. And then you've got the right tackle in Spencer Brown, which my hands are up in the air. I don't know what to make of this man. I really don't. I'm not impressed by him. He hasn't impressed me. I know that Brandon Beane's like, well, he was hurt last year, so we didn't really get a full potential of Spencer Brown. But fam, his pass blocking is atrocious. Like I just like you. I can't express myself more than I am right now. I'm just not impressed with Spencer Brown, and that's something that we need to address. Whether we bring competition in for him, where we have to push him, or if that competition comes in and takes over, so be it. But he needs to show me something in year 3, especially in camp. He needs to show me something because I'm ready to move on to the next. Some people might say, yo, you're moving on too soon. Well, we'll wait till year 3 because year 3 is usually when you find out if a player is about it or they're not. And I don't think he is. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, But my eyes tell me not so much. Run blocker, great. But this is a passing league, and we know that. And we need to protect number 17 and keep his jersey white. When his jersey's starting to get stained, it's a problem. Hence, our left guard not being re-signed in Roger Saffold. Roger Saffold, I don't know what the heck happened to Roger Saffold in the back end of the season. Not great. Not great. And we brought him in thinking, and here's the thing, he's known for run blocking. He's known to be a road grader. But we didn't specialize in that. So where was the fit per se? I feel like we brought Roger Saffold on because name, what he's done in the league, and we needed to fill that slot. Leadership, but then it just didn't look good. It did not look good, especially we don't even run the damn freaking ball. So to me, we brought this brother on to, and no disrespect, but it's just what it is. We brought this brother on to collect a paycheck, but we didn't really get the dividends. We didn't get the return on the investment. We filled that need, and he's an older cat. You don't got the same, I can't do the same thing I used to do when I was 25. You know what I'm saying? I can't jive and juke and do all that stuff. At 38, I haven't attempted. The other day, last week, I went to my daughters they play soccer, and there was parents versus the children, and I was like, let me go ahead and teach these kids a little something. I used to play soccer back in the day, so it's not foreign to me. So I'm on there and I'm running around, I'm doing what I got to do, all that good stuff. I felt great until the next morning. My back was tight. I was like, golly, what did I do? Were you nudging me in the night? Like, what's going on? And she's no better because she's so it happens, right? When we age, we're just not the same. You got guys like Tom Brady, which is a freaking unicorn. LeBron James, a freaking unicorn. But for the most of us, regular folk, we get a little older. We can't do the things that we used to do. So Roger Saffold coming in and trying to protect number 17, fam, by the end of the season, it wasn't looking good. So we had to make some moves. So looking at this old line, Brandon Beane's like, what do I need to do? I can go in the draft. I can definitely do that, but I got to redevelop. I got to develop. I'm already developing a right tackle that I'm not even sure is doing it right now. Damn. All right. What's Dallas Cowboys saying? Oh, they're not signing the third round draft pick, Conor McGovern. Let me bring Conor McGovern for $23 million. So we signed Conor McGovern for a 3-year deal, $28 million. So he's getting about 7 to 8 or 8 a pop. So here's what I love about this signing. He's a big boy, 6'5", 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? The lower half of his body's thick. So he can do work. And what I love about this is we've signed the opposite of what Roger Saffold is. Roger Saffold was more of a run grader, a run blocker, but we didn't do that. We didn't specialize in that. Right? That worked well for when he was with Tennessee. It was amazing. Didn't work well for us. Aaron Cromer coming in thinking, okay, we're going back to 2015 when we had LaShawn McCoy. So we're about to be that run team again. Nope. False. They duped us. Kowald. For my Somalis, if I had to be any Somalis in the building, you guys know what that is. We got Kowald. We got Kowald heavy. You know what I'm saying? So now, here we are. Conor McGovern comes in. And now we've got a young buck, 25 years of age. I like that. That's the one thing I do like. We went younger. He's a big boy. He's strong. He's strong like ox, boy. And you've got a connection between him and Ryan Bates. They played on the same damn team back in college at Penn State. So there's a little bit of familiarity with each other. But what I do like about this is that we went younger, and the Dallas Cowboys are known to have some monsters on that line. So we've already got a lineman that's somewhat developed. And that's the one thing I listened to my man Voch Lombardi. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but Voch Lombardi is a podcaster and holds a podcast on The Volume as well. And he's a big Dallas Cowboys fan. And he breaks down a lot of these draft prospects. And I trust his word because he's been doing it a long time. and he's where he's at because of his draft knowledge. And he was a little bothered that they moved on from Conor McGovern. He understood it, but he was as a fan, he was looking at the bright side of it. The bright side of it means Conor McGovern leaving means they now have a more of a a great idea of what they're going to do on the line. But he says that they're going to miss on that depth. He's versatile. Now here's the thing about Conor McGovern. He's got he's got positional flexibility, and it seems to be a theme that the Buffalo Bills love. They love players that can they're not pigeonholed in doing one thing. They can do more than one thing. One thing I learned is, I will forever remember this. I had a colleague of mine, and I was young in my career where I'm working now, and he goes, "Yeah, you can't just stick to one thing, knowing one thing. You got to put your hand in the pot and do a whole bunch of things because the more you know, the more useful you are, the more they keep you around." And that's for life. That's life. You know what I'm saying? If you in a relationship, friendship, whatever the case is, and you specialize in one thing, the more you know, the better it is, the more useful you are, the longer you stick around. So the fact that we have Conor McGovern coming through and he's able to play center, he's able to play left side, he's able to play right side. So the real question is, where the hell are we going to put him? Well, let's simplify things. Bates out of college played a lot of left tackle and played on the left side of the line. And in his own words, he says, "I'm more comfortable playing on the left side." So to me, don't mess things up. Put that man on the left side and let him anchor down with Deion Dawkins, and let's get him back his natural position. Move my man Conor McGovern. That's had a what? I think he had. Did I write that down? Let me see if I wrote down. So college, he spent majority of his time playing on the left side. Played left side majority of the time in the college. When he got to the Dallas Cowboys, he spent most of his time playing on the right side. Right, he had over 1,000 snaps playing on the right side of the line. So kudos to my man Conor McGovern. That's able to play left or right. Doesn't matter. So positional flexibility is key. So now have we don't really have to focus too much on the offensive line because now we've got Deion Dawkins coming back, returning. He wants to have a big bounce back year. I know Ryan Bates is going to come back to his original position or the position he feels best at left guard. Then you got Mitch Morse holding it down, and then you got the newly acquired Conor McGovern, and then you've got the right tackle position that I'm not thrilled about, but in Spencer Brown. He's gonna have to get his shit together. I'm just saying, if we're gonna stick with him, he's gonna have to get his shit together. But that's what we have right now. Am I thrilled about the line? No. Right? Would I feel better if we just fix that right side a little more? Yes. But better than last year. Better than last year because we've gotten younger, we've gotten stronger, and we've got somebody that specializes more in the pass. Now, here's what I'm not a big fan of with the Conor McGovern signing. I mean, it's not that I'm a big fan of, not a big fan of, but he's stronger at pass protection than he is at run blocking. So that ideally works well for us. Selfishly, I want my team to be able to run the ball. And if you specialize more in protecting during pass, which is great, I'd like to see a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, a little nastiness coming from you. But he's got the body type for it. 6'5, 300. So it's not something that he can't develop and learn. So we've got Aaron Cromer for that. So maybe Aaron Cromer can, you know what I'm saying, get that thing going. But majority, we pass the rock. So I like the fact that we have a guy that can protect Josh Allen. But man, I want to be able to run the football. I want to be able to run the football in 2023. I don't want what we did last year, where we sparingly ran the ball and we had Josh Allen almost lead the team in rushing. I don't want that. Sorry. And Devin Singletary, wherever he ends up, we're gonna have to replace him. We're gonna have to do some big things. So we'll see what we get when it comes to how this line is gonna be set up, how they'll form with each other, and we'll see how this whole offseason goes down. It's going to be key. So Conor McGovern coming to the Bills is huge. That's if you look at the offensive line, that's a big offensive line. You've got 6'8", right? You got 6'8" Spencer Brown. I mean, he's a giant of a man. Then you got a 6'5" guard in Conor. You got a 6'4". I think Spencer Brown is 6'4", 6'4" center or 6'3" center. Ryan Bates, big boy himself, and then you got Deion Dawkins. You got some beef on that line, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And here's the one thing that I do like about what Dallas Cowboys did with Conor McGovern. They I saw footage of him playing fullback. I saw footage of him playing at tight end. My man can move all over the place. Like he really is a solid little athlete. I say little, you know what I mean? He's a solid athlete. He can move around. So I love what Kellen Moore, as the offensive coordinator, did with the Dallas Cowboys. Got creative. Keyword creative. Ken Dorsey, I'm looking at your ass. We need some creativity. I mean, shoot. If I want to run the freaking ball, what did Kellen Moore do? Kellen Moore's like, you know what? Let me get my guard and let me put him at fullback because I need to establish something. So he's not opposed to some creativity. You need me to move around and want me to do something? I got you because I've done it before. Boy, is this ever a big offseason. It's a huge offseason. So let's continue, man. So Conor McGovern, 25 years old, signed with the Bills. I think it's a big signing. I think it's a solid signing. It's a smart signing. And we can kind of breathe a little bit where we're not having to worry about trying to fill that void quickly. We're able to chill now. We can chill a little bit. We can take a breather. And then now we can refocus on where we need to handle our business. So that's Conor McGovern. Now I got to hit on Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds. A lot of people are doing this. Get out of here, man. I'm glad you're gone. Peace. We don't need you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Is that what most people say? Anyway, it's kind of corny, but you catch what I'm saying. A lot of people are not a fan, weren't a fan of bringing Tremaine Edmonds back to Buffalo. Well, he ain't coming back. He decided to take that dough and dip. He went to the Windy City, and good for him. I'm actually really happy that he was able to go and get his money because that's why this is why you come in and you play for the love of the game, but you play to get paid too. You know what I'm saying? They do enough exploiting of these players regardless. I'm getting paid. Well, I'm like Denzel. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. And he left Buffalo with experience. We developed him. That's the thing that sucks, man. We developed Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, dude is a 4-time captain of the team, so he's trusted. The guys loved him. And now he's going to bring that experience and that development to Chicago. And Chicago is a rebuilding team. They're trying to build themselves up. And they bought themselves another linebacker. I think TJ or I don't know who. I don't know what the Browns did, but they brought a big time linebacker over there. So they got 2 linebackers over there. They got former coach from the Colts, Eberflus. I think Matt Eberflus, and Eberflus is a damn good defensive coordinator. And I know that because my man Colts Law, my man Lawrence is he's a big Colts guy, and Eberflus came from the Colts. So that's a pretty damn good addition for the Bills. And I just realized I'm reading somebody's comment right now, and I gotta get rid of that damn jersey. This is 2 Bills jerseys of players that I have that I gotta move on from. I got a Tremaine Edmonds jersey, and I have a who's the other Bills jersey I have? Oh, I have quarterback. What am I losing? I got who's our quarterback? That we had number 5. Why am I'm losing my mind right now. Anyways, you guys catch what I'm saying. I got 2 jerseys I gotta move on from. Golly. I just didn't realize that. Not Peterman. I should have got a Peterman jersey. I should frame that bitch. But no, man. Tyrod Taylor, thank you very much. I don't know why I was losing my mind. I'm looking at his face in my mind. I'm like, whatever. So I got a Tyrod Taylor jersey, and I got a Tremaine Edmonds jersey. Shoot, I was about to get another jersey, to be honest with you. I'm afraid that these guys they might get shipped. I got a Josh Allen jersey. That shit ain't going nowhere for a while. So we good. We good. But golly, man. Ooh, I gotta get rid of that jersey, boy. Or I just maybe I just have to frame it and say, you know what? He once played for the Bills, and he becomes a freaking Hall of Famer later on. Who knows? Maybe I'll just hold on to it for a little bit. I'll hold on to it for a little bit. Now, I got a comment coming from Fulgencio Batista. He says, you have to stop thinking about the Dolphins. I'm not thinking about the Dolphins, man. But the Dolphins look good. I'm not going to lie. The Dolphins look good. The Dolphins look good. Marshall Parker says, yo, don't disrespect your wall with a Peterman jersey. Listen, don't disrespect my guy Peterman. All right? Don't disrespect him like that. Now, speaking of quarterback, though, I mean, let me get back. Let me get back on my man Tremaine Edmonds. The pros and cons of Tremaine Edmonds leaving the Bills, right? Here's the thing. I liked Tremaine Edmonds. A lot of people hated on Tremaine Edmonds. They didn't think he was good enough. They didn't think that he was where he was supposed to be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? But let me tell you something. Tremaine Edmonds got better and better every year, right? Whether it was leadership, whether it was, you know what I'm saying, focusing on his pass coverage, is just the defense isn't the same without him. It's not going to be. And you saw what was happening with this team when he wasn't in. It just was a different team. He's a big stature of a man. At 6'5" in the middle, those passing lanes are very difficult for you to do. So it makes you kind of like pat that ball one more time, right? And that's valuable seconds. That's valuable time that you're not able to get rid of that football, right? So if I make you hold on to that football for just that second, Von Miller's on your ass. You know what I'm saying? That one more tap of the football, Greg Rousseau's on around that corner and he's whooping that ass, right? So it's one of those situations where it's like you're gonna miss that. Now, Milano brings you a different beast, and I love it. He brings you an animal, right? But there's that thing that Tremaine Edmonds brings that you're gonna miss. We're gonna miss on this team. People are not gonna realize it, but we're gonna miss it, and we've seen it. There witnesses. I was listening to the podcast of Joe Marino, and Joe Marino was like, "Go look back at the the Vikings game when he got hurt in that game in the second half. What the hell happened? The mother effing collapse. We collapsed, right? Football's flying all over the place, man. Kirk Cousins he's a Captain Kirk. He was slinging that thing. So we just can't have that. We can't have that. So this is where Brandon Beane comes in, and he's got to grab someone. He may not have the physical stature of Tremaine Edmonds, but he has to be impactful. He has to be a player that is cerebral. He's got the mind. He's got to be aware. He's got to have situational awareness, right? And that's what we need. Let Milano do what he does. Milano's going to be a dog no matter what. But we gotta fill that void. We gotta fill that role. Is that role in free agency? Is that role in the draft? Or is that role right on our very team right now? Is it Tyrell Dotson? Are we really going to give Tyrell Dotson that starting nod? They just signed him on another year, a one-year deal. Tyler Matakevich just signed on a one-year deal. I'm not talking about Tyler Matakevich. Tyler Matakevich is strictly here for special teams, but Tyrell Dotson is not a bad player. Tyrell Dotson could hold it down. Do I like it? No, I don't. But he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. Balin Spector. Let me tell you something about Balin freaking Spector. I know it's preseason, but boy, did Balin Spector really show out in preseason. So maybe Balin Spector is that dude. 7th round draft pick. And he comes in and says, you know what, I got this. Don't worry about it. Or we're like, yo, bump all that. You guys are all depth. I'm going to pick up Bobby Wagner. Yo, Bobby, what are you saying? And Bobby Wagner is still available. There's so many avenues that we can hit, but we've got to make sure that we hit the right one, because guess what? Tua, back being healthy and hopefully he takes care of himself, is a dangerous individual with the weapons he has on his team. When he didn't have those weapons, Tua was Tua. Tua's still Tua, but Tua was Tua when he didn't have the weapons. When he was throwing to this Parker and he was throwing to Gesicki, nah, man. Now he's got Jalen Waddle. Now he's got Tyreek Hill. They're bringing back Mostert. I mean, like Gesicki's gone, but they're gonna who do they have that tight end that they like a lot right now. So the Dolphins are still going to be solid. They're going to be solid as F. So we've just got to make sure that we're on top of things. Rumor has it that the Bills are talking to Lavonte David. Lavonte David is a damn good linebacker. He's a damn good linebacker. So that we have an opportunity right now to really survey free agency and be smarter at it. I know Cody Benz is like, well, what about Terrell Bernard? What about him? The undersized linebacker that we drafted in the 3rd round? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and bang the drum and say, yo, I can't wait to see this man on the field. I don't know, man. Undersized. I don't know if he's that dude. I really don't. I'm puzzled by the fact that we drafted the brother in the 3rd round. That high. But I don't know. We also drafted Matt Milano in the 5th, and look what Matt Milano's doing. So you just never know. You just never know. So listen, I'm not in the draft room. I'm not scouting with these guys. I ain't on the road with them. So they see the things that we see. I mean, did you guys know who the hell Terrell Bernard was before we got drafted? I certainly didn't. I had no idea. Who? I said Terrell Bernard. That don't even sound like a football player. Terrell Bernard. That sounds like a teacher, substitute teacher. Hey, Mr. Bernard. Right? You know what I'm saying? And you see other teachers calling, oh, Terrell, your class is ready. It's just over here. Oh, right away. He sounds like a substitute teacher. Terrell Bernard, Mr. Bernard. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Mr. Bernard turns into a dog. He turns into a dog in this mug. So we don't know. We just don't know. But I don't know. He doesn't come off as, I mean, he's gonna be that guy. But that's why we develop these players. That's why these players are here. You know what I'm saying? That's why they get drafted in the 3rd, 4th, 5th. You know what I'm saying? But for me, hey, yo, Mr. B. Exactly. He sounds like a damn substitute teacher, right? Hey, yo, Mr. B. What's up, guys? Come on in. Everybody settle down. Settle down. Everybody have a seat. Y'all got me tripping right now. My man, New Mexico, EJE. What's up, Mexico? He goes, what are your thoughts on trying Bernard at strong safety? Here's the thing. Who knows what they're going to do? Who knows? Maybe they do bring him back. They have Micah Hyde and Terrell Bernard at strong safety. I don't know if I like it. I'm not sure if I like it. But then they also are potentially going to be trying Christian Bedford at safety. So Christian Bedford and Micah Hyde could be the safety tandem that we have. Jordan Poyer, who knows? Jordan Poyer could be coming back. You just listen. It's too early in this free agency period for us to. I don't want to call it panic because we're not panicking per se. We're more we're brainstorming, right? We're brainstorming. So there's a lot of things that we have to figure out. Cam Lewis got re-signed. That's right, J Dub. I see you. We just signed Cam for another year. So we're bringing a lot of depth to the squad. Let me kind of go through it. So Cam Lewis brought back Dane Jackson. We just tendered Dane Jackson on a 2-year deal. So for those that are wondering, what does it mean to tender a player? So pretty much what we're saying is, hey, you're going to play for $2 million, but if somebody wants to sign you and wants to take you away, so be it. That's what it is. But $2 million is what 2.7, I think. $2 million is what we're going to tender you at. And so Dane Jackson returns, and he returns his depth, and he better not touch the damn field as a starter. And not to disrespect him, it has nothing to do with that. It's more so to do with Kyer freaking Elam. I need Kyer Elam to step all the way up because they're coming for your ass. The AFC East is not playing no games, my guy. They're not. Garrett Wilson is a beast. I'm not going to front. This guy is nice. He is nice. Then you're going to put Alan Lazard, a big body receiver, and we already know we don't deal well with big body receivers. I mean, let me just flip it over. Trey White don't deal with big body receivers. He don't do well with that. He gets overmatched. He gets overpowered. It's not his forte. This is where Kyer Elam comes in. So Kyer's got a big old year. You have a massive year, my guy. So we'll see where that plays out. I don't want to get myself too excited. But we have a massive year, man, because everybody's coming for our necks. They are coming for our necks, folks. And we just can't have it. We just can't have it. Now, looking at this team, looking at the free agency, and I'm supposed to be doing my POP, but I figured free agency, let's talk about it, let's do what we got to do, and then we'll probably do another show on Friday. I'll double up. I'll probably do a show on Friday, and then we'll try to kind of speed through it a little bit. But size is going to matter. And don't let anybody tell you that size doesn't matter, fellas, because it does. Because you get dropped and you get embarrassed if, you know what I'm saying, they find out that you ain't performing the way you're supposed to do with the size that you got. You know what I'm saying? So Kyer Elam He's got good length. You know what I'm saying? He's a tall cat. He can run. So we need him to step up in the most, right? And he's going into his second year. And you know what I mean? Sometimes you have that sophomore slump, but we can't have that. We can't have that. You can't afford it. we just can't afford it. I need you to be a sophomore star. I need you to be a sophomore star and use all your length because Al Lazard is coming through and there's just a lot of speed in the AFC East. We just gotta get better in that regard. We really do. But I'm not so worried. And this is the good thing about where we're at right now. We still have a very good core team. We still have a very good team. We just got to put the right pieces in the right places, guys getting back to being healthy, and then we'll be right back to it. We'll be right back to it. So there's not much panic. I trust Brandon Beane. I think we all are in the position to trust Brandon Beane because he hasn't steered us in the wrong direction. He's always looking to make this team better. He's always listening. So we'll see how that plays out, man. My man Maurice Anderson. What's up, Maurice? I appreciate that super chat. And he comes in and says, yo, Bean is going for depth and special teams. Well, in free agency, that's what you kind of want to do. You want to be able to fill your needs because you're building for the now and you're building for the future. So, and that's Bean. Bean is not going to just mortgage everything in 1 year and let's go. He ain't going to do that. And he's told you many times that he's not going to do that. Like right now, if you look around the league, some might say the Dolphins are going all the way in. Yo, Jalen Ramsey, come on through. I'm gonna give you $36 million over 2 years. Let's go. You feel me? Some might say the Jets are going all the way in. This is the window right now. Let's go. You know what I'm saying Dallas Cowboys just traded for Stefan Gilmore. So you got Stefan Gilmore, you got Trayvon Diggs, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, you got Micah Parsons. That's a good squad out there. So that you have teams that are going for it all and don't give a damn. They're pulling the Rams. The Rams went for it all and won it. That's what you want. But with Brandon Beane, he's like, I need to be competitive now, but I also want to be competitive later. So it's about the now and the future. So this is why this upcoming draft is extremely important. He's got to hit. He even said it himself. I need this draft is for I need to bring in players that are going to really be impactful and help this team. So I think he's done with I'm going to grab somebody to be a developmental player. Nah, we done with that. He needs a player that's going to jump in right the F now. So they're maybe going to be aggressive. They're probably going to be aggressive. And you guys already know how I feel about what we should do with the first pick. I surprised myself, but we are there. We are there. Breaking news. Field Yates just announced that Diggs has been restructured. Oh, is that the case? So if he's restructured, and I'm gonna take my man Namdi's word for it because I believe it. And Namdi's a stand-up cat. He wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction, make me look like a damn fool on camera. Would you? Would you do that to me, Namdi? You wouldn't do that to me, would you? I just pulled out the old phone, about to find out what's really good. And it's probably the case. So him getting restructured, you know what that means? He's on the team a lot longer. Right? So the out becomes a little later. So I think his contract was up. I think I had Stefan Diggs' contract. His contract was supposed to be up in 2025. That's where the Bills had the potential out to say, you know what, it's been great. You can leave. Right? He's on the team for another couple of years. So the fact that they have restructured him, it changes the game. So maybe it's a little different now. He's on the team a little longer. So we'll see how that plays out. But if that's the case, a little more money in the bank for the Bills. So what does that mean? Namdi, I appreciate you, man. I knew you wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction. I thank you, brother. Now, what does that mean, though? So he gets restructured, puts a little more money in the bank for us. What's Beane up to? And you already know Beane, he delivers. And when he delivers at night. Shout out to my man, Brian Bowers. What's up, Brian Bowers? Yo, you got too many goddamn Jordans, bro. Close one of them boxes, slap on a label, send it my way because I need to take some off your hands. You got way too many. I'm sorry. Knock it off. Stop showing off and send it my way, bro. Salute to my man, Brian Bowers, man. So what is he doing? What you doing, fam? Like you freed up more money. I'm not sure how much we freed up, but we freed up more money. So what are you doing? Are you trying to counter? Are you trying to counter what the Jets are doing? Are you trying to counter what the Dolphins are doing? Because right now they loaded up. They loaded up to stop the Bills. And how do you stop the Bills? Take away their best weapon, which is Stefan Diggs. When you take away Stefan, it's over with. This defense, this offense is not the same. And I'm looking at what we saved. It says we saved 5.4 mil. Is that what it is? So we saved 5.4 million. So we went from 16 mil and we saved a little five. So we're at $21 million right now in cap space. When it's all settled and done. What? Somebody just said we have 32 million in cap space. We can't. If my math is correct, we just had 10 million freed up just a couple days ago, yesterday actually, or was it today? And then Matt Milano's savings of 6 mil didn't apply yet, so that makes it at 16 mil or 10.8 to 17. We'll call it 17 mil. So we should be at 22 mil with that 5.4, maybe 23 with the 5.4 and whatever. Right? It was 10.8 plus another 6 point whatever, and then the 5.4. So we'll call it 22 mil, 22, 23 mil. So what are we doing with this money? That's what we need to know, because we're freeing up on this money. It's going somewhere. It's going to someone. I see a lot of people talking about Derrick Henry. Watch out. Here's the thing. You bring in a Derrick Henry to the squad, it changes the way your offense is run. And Derrick Henry is an alpha male. And an alpha male that, sorry, I don't want to say alpha male. He's an alpha player that is going to demand that you give him the rock. Because you see what happens when I get the rock in my hand. Josh Allen is also an alpha male. So usually when you got several alphas in the room, someone's got to defer. You think Josh Allen's going to defer? I think not. So I'm not saying it's not a good fit. It would change the offense. So Ken Dorsey would really have to get out of his freaking sensitive self and start giving the football up. But I don't think the running back to go Derrick Henry, I don't think that's the route we need to take. You know what I'm saying? A little older back. I think we can definitely deal with a back that doesn't need as many touches as he's going to. You know what I'm saying? And I like the running back position. Don't get me wrong. Derrick Henry would be lovely. But like my man Bobby's saying right now, Brandon Beane can't be big baller Beane. Sorry, he can't. He's got to be the bargain bin Beane, baby. You got a 4B in there, man. It's only triple B. You can't do quad B. Quad B doesn't work. Bargain bin bay. Nah, it doesn't work, man. I mean, I can try to make it work. I'll try to push it in there. Brandon Beane can't be big baller Beane. He's got to be, Brandon freaking bin bargain Beane, baby. Doesn't work. Everybody asking for Dalvin Cook to come through. The two Cook brothers in the backfield. I can mess with that. I like Dalvin Cook's run style. I love his running style. That style I love. I can deal with. I know Miles Sanders is available. Miles Sanders is good, don't get me wrong, but I'm not wowed by Miles Sanders. I'm not wowed by him, right? I know he looked good coming out of Penn State, but Saquon looked way better. Miles Sanders looked good, but I'm cool on that. But let me get into this whole money situation and what we can do and what we could do and what possibly is going to happen. We need to add another receiver. I don't care what anybody tells me. Another receiver needs to be added because we have to deal with what is in our division. And in our division, you got Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey on one side, and you got Xavier Howard on the other, right? And then you got Javon Holland in the back end, and then they're probably going to try to add Jordan Poyer. Defensive backfield is a problem. So you're going to have receivers that can really affect that defensive backfield. That's number one. Let's move over to the Jets. They just got Sauce Gardner. They got DJ Reed. They got Whitehead at safety. And I'm losing on the last safety they have over there, but they got another great safety. Joyner. Is it Joyner? I can't remember. Good defense. So you need to step up and get yourself another receiver that can push the pocket, that can really stretch field, that could really affect that corner, where they don't have to just look at Stefan and say, "Oh, double up on Stefan, man. Don't worry about this guy, right? No, this guy right here." Now, the one thing that's standing out to me is a receiver that's out in Arizona that if he's in that position right now to want to win games, it's not so much about money. Come on through to Buffalo. Having DeAndre Hopkins and Stefan Diggs on one squad, and then you go into the draft and you draft a Bijan Robinson, watch out. Now we ain't got to worry too much. We got a dog in Josh Allen. We always going to. We just improve the O-line slightly. If you draft a Bijan Robinson that doesn't need an elite O-line, he can make for himself. And somehow, some way you can lure D-Hop with a second-round draft pick? Bro. I don't want to get myself excited because it's probably far-fetched. But we also thought it was far-fetched that we could get Von Miller. I didn't even think in the million years that we'd get Von Miller. I really didn't. I was like, man, we ain't touching Von Miller. Why am I even looking at Von Miller? I'm going to keep scrolling down to see who's there. All of a sudden, big move happening. Von Miller going to Buffalo. What? No way. Looking at the phone, you're like, shit, this is real. So you can never count out Brandon freaking Beane. Man. You don't think Beane will be there at 27? Yo, if we were able to move up a couple spots, I mean, he just has to get close enough. He just has to get close enough, folks. That's my wish list, by the way. People talk about wish lists all the time. Here's my wish list. All right. Get ourselves, if we can get a Jerry Jersey, bring a Jerry Jersey to the Bills. We can lure him from Denver. He ain't gonna cost too much. Put Jerry Jersey and Stefan Diggs on the same team with Deion Dawkins, with, you know what I'm saying, with Mitch Morse protection. You got Dawson Knox as tight end. You got Quentin Morris coming up. Then you hit the draft and you pick up a Bijan Robinson. So you got Bijan Robinson and James Cook in the backfield. First of all, don't you dare try to tell me Jerry who? It's you English people that keep talking about Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. If you really look at it, anyways, it's for folks that are French or Caribbean or from or Haitian folks, we know. Or for the sake of you guys, Jerry Jeudy. So if we can get Jerry Jeudy in this bitch, I'll say for you guys, shoot, let's go. There's so many avenues we can take, man. People are trying to get better. People are trying to save money. People are trying to shuffle things around. Maybe they've seen enough of someone where they're like, yo, I'm ready to part ways. I'm ready to go. I'm just saying, man. And for those that really want to know what the hell his name is, it's Jerry Jersey, man. Lundi, mardi, mercredi. If you guys, and what's the next one? Jeudi, vendredi. I mean, those are the days of the week, by the way. And by the way, my man McKenzie is on Isaiah McKenzie's on social media, and he's like, what's Brandon Beane gonna do? Brandon Beane, do something. Yo, McKenzie, chill out, bro. Quit edging this man on, because he might just say, yo, you want me to do something? You want me to do something? Here's your pink slip. I did something. I just saved myself some more money. Yo, chill out, man. Just sometimes it's just good to not say a word. Just chill out. You don't edge him on before he starts making more cuts, because he's making moves, man. He's making moves. Don't let him look your direction. You know when the teacher's looking for someone to read in class? All right, guys, next person I want reading. And the teacher starts looking around and your head is down like, no, don't look at me. Don't look at me. When the teacher's looking for something to read, you can't be looking right at her. She's gonna be like, Rico, you're up. Shit. Public speaking in front of the whole class. That's Isaiah McKenzie. Beane, what are you gonna do something? Shh. Don't let him get you. Because he might say, oh, that's what I was missing. I needed to save another 1 point something million. Come over here, son. Just, you know what I'm saying? Shh. I'm like, Pops, man. Shh. Don't say a word. By the way, for those that are tuning in right now, we got 381 people watching right now. Smash that like for your boy. It's the Buffalo Fanatics, the Rico Report, and we talking draft and we talking NFL football. So for the most part, I wanna button this up a little bit. I'm gonna keep going. If you guys think I should keep going, hit that, smash that like, let me know, give me the thumbs up, and I'll keep rocking. Right? But hear me out. I'm looking at this whole team and trying to figure out where we need improvement, where we need some changes, and where we're going to lack. And I'm gonna miss Tremaine Edmonds. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss number 49. There's a certain leadership quality about him that we're probably going to miss a lot, right? Jordan Poyer was a big leader on the squad. He's most likely gone. I'm not saying he's 100% because from what I understand, he could want to come back. I don't know, right? So you lose a leader in Jordan Poyer. You lose a leader in Tremaine Edmonds now. I know we picked up Von Miller, and he's a great leader. I know Micah Hyde's coming back. Trey White's coming back. So we got some guys on the squad. But that middle of the defense, when everybody's huddled in and listening to one guy, that's your middle linebacker. That's the guy that everyone is listening to, making calls and playing and doing what he's supposed to do. So we're gonna miss that. We're gonna miss that aspect of it. But 78 million, 18 million per. Oh my gosh. I could not imagine paying 14 million to one linebacker, another 18 million to another. I don't know, man. There's a lot of linebackers out there, and I don't know if I'm ready to pay $18 million to Tremaine Edmonds. And I like Tremaine Edmonds, and I get it. You got to go out there and get your money. But 50 million guaranteed, $18 million per. You know what I mean? 2-time Pro Bowler. I get it. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm rocking with that like that. I don't know if I am. I got a comment coming in from CR. It says, yo, Giardi says market for Poyer softer than expected, but pivots to slower than expected. When he realized that language probably won't sit well with Poyer's agent, Drew Rosenhaus. Well, listen, this is why it's tricky to leave an organization and that's why these teams are allowing these players to go out. Hey, you think you worth that money? Go and get it. They're calling your bluff is pretty much what they're doing. Jordan Poyer, you belong here in Buffalo, but you feel that you need to get paid, and he deserves it. He's worked his tail off to go and get that big contract. So go and get that big contract. But if he's not getting the looks that he thought he would get, this is where the team gets the leverage. Oh, you coming back to me now? All right, well then the price probably changed, or it's probably the same deal. Who knows, right? Lamar Jackson. I got into a lengthy conversation with my brother about Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson is in a tough position. He's in a damn tough position. Because two things. Your team wants to keep you, but you feel that you're worth X amount. And that's fine. You got to bet on yourself. Like my guy Fred VanVleet did. He bet on himself and he got paid with Toronto Raptors. I love Fred VanVleet. That's my guy. So same thing is happening for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson wants to get paid, and as he should. Former MVP, unanimous MVP, has had his team in contention every single year. You can't count him out. He's one of the best athletes in the game, one of the best quarterbacks, and he's the most feared. You fear a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. And you got the whole league colluding, saying, you're not about to F this up. So take the contract they're trying to give you. And he's like, I'm good. One of y'all is going to pay me. It's just a matter of time. But here's the thing. The Ravens know that ain't no owner going to give him a guaranteed contract. Now, there's some rumors out there that they offered him $200 million guaranteed, and he said no. Whether true or not, I don't know. There was something else that I read that it was like 3 years for 133 mil. He said no. So, like, who knows what's true and what's not true? And here's the deal. He's represented by himself. It's him and his mama. He's Malik Wright. He's essentially Malik Wright and Tasha Mack. And a lot of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. And if you do know what I'm talking about, double thumbs up. So we got Tasha Mack and Malik Wright that are trying to get themselves a contract, but Tasha Mack ain't got the ties that Irv Smith does. So they're at a standstill. Thank you, Billy Williams. You know what it is. They're at a standstill. So when you have an agent that can get into connection with a team that he's done multiple deals with, let me put it this way. If I've done deal upon deal with Brandon Beane, he knows what I'm like as an agent. We have a good relationship. And if I tell him, hey, man, let's try to meet in the middle because you know that I'm going to give you more clients. I'm going to bring you more clients and I can help you out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's strike a deal. You'll get those type of interactions. But when you have someone like Tasha Mack that doesn't know the ins and outs and doesn't have connection with these owners that go years back, you're putting yourself at risk of not getting what you deserve. And you're getting blackballed. And that's exactly what's happening to Lamar Jackson. He's talented enough. You can't tell me that the Atlanta Falcons are ready to go with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke. Knock it off. You can't tell me that the Washington Commanders are ready to go with freaking whoever they have, the Sam Howell. Knock it off. At least I understand the Panthers because they got a top pick in the draft. So they're going to get one of the top quarterbacks. I get that part. But you don't know what you're getting. Tennessee Titans could use a quarterback it's a tough position to be in. But guess what? Go test your market out, see what they want to give you, come back to me. Ain't nobody looking at you. Jordan Poyer, go out and see what you want, come back to me, and let's talk. And Jordan Poyer may not be getting what he thinks he was supposed to get. Jesse Bates just went to sign with the freaking Atlanta Falcons. I think he just signed for $17 million per year. Is that what Jordan Poyer thought he was going to get? Well, the market is set, my guy. Are they going to pay you 17? You think the Dolphins are going to pay you $17 million? Highly doubtful. And the Panthers just got Andy Dalton today. Like, unreal. So Lamar, sometimes, play, or you're just going to have to play off that 1 year, 32 mil, play that $32 million deal that you have right now. And then next year, you become a free agent. They can't tag you again. And then you go from there. That's what you got to do. Play off that $32 million tag and then go from there. Now you risk getting hurt. You risk all those things. And then now you may jeopardize your bag. So come on, son. It's a tough one. Now, I'm not even trying to get on Lamar. I'm not even trying to get on the Lamar stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. We're talking football right now. It's the offseason. My man Inside just said Tyler Dunn just tweeted about Bills. What is he saying? Is my man up to something? Did we do something? I'm refreshing my page as we speak. The Bills have restructured the contract of receiver Stefan Diggs, converting salary into a bonus, creating $5.4 million. So we already got that information. We good with that. I don't see anything else. I don't see any other Bills news. But folks, listen, we got a lot of there's a lot of players still left in free agency. There's a lot of players left in free agency. So we're going to let the dust settle. We're going to let the dust settle. And at one point, we'll handle business the way we're supposed to handle business. And this goes out to those that are questioning Brandon Beane and the way he does business. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Brandon Beane has this team's best interest, and he's going to put them in the best position possible. He knows what he has. He knows exactly what he has. He's got a dog in Stefan Diggs. He's got a dog in Josh Allen. And when you have Josh Allen, the window always is open. The only difference now is that you got other houses on the block that all of a sudden they decided to open their window too, because now they feel that their window's open. So the question is, who can get to that window first? Are we happy with the way this roster is constructed right now? I am. Do we have some tweaks that we need to make to, to be competitive again? Of course we do. We have guys that are coming back off injury, which is great. Von Miller, obviously, he's going to be coming later on in the season. He got hurt late in the year. So we'll see how that plays out. Will he become the same player? Who knows? Dare we go after another pass rusher? Do we go after another corner in the draft? There's so many angles we can take, but we've got to make sure that we fill our needs in free agency right now. Fill the small needs, and we fill the big one on the line, which gives us a bit of breathing room. So we'll go from there. You know what? Someone said it's going to be the Devin and James Cook show. I really hope not. And there's no disrespect to Devin Singletary, none whatsoever. But if they bring back Devin Singletary and James Cook, I'll be pissed. I'll be mad. And it's not a slight on Devin Singletary. It really isn't. I'll be pissed because we're going back to the same shit. We're going back to the same shit, and we cannot. We cannot. We just can't. It would put a nasty taste in my mouth if we went back to that. And here's the thing: we don't even have a backup quarterback. I just thought of that, and I have one backup quarterback in mind that I think would be perfect for the Bills. If you guys were to look at who's available for backup quarterback, who do you guys think would be a perfect fit for the Bills right now? I have one name in mind that I think would be perfect. Yo, Johnny Blaze is a fool. Nate Peterman! Although I'd love to have Nate Peterman on the squad, it's probably not going to happen. Yes, Billy. If we can somehow lure Marcus Mariota onto the Bills, that would be freaking ideal. And not because, oh, he's amazing, he's this, that, and third. If, God forbid, something is to happen to Josh Allen, we can still manage the offense with a quarterback that is athletic enough to make plays with his feet. Could you imagine if Josh Allen were to get hurt and we had freaking Case Keenum take over? It's a totally different offense. Totally different offense. When Mitch Trubisky was on the squad, you can kind of still roll. Marcus Mariota would obviously keep the offense somewhat intact and keep going. Does he drop off in talent? Absolutely. But a Marcus Mariota signing at backup quarterback, I would be all for it. Bring his little freaking wherever he's from, bring his ass to Buffalo. My man James comes in with a super chat and says, and I appreciate that super chat, James. Says, Rico, other than drafting Josh Allen, list some of the great picks that Brandon Beane has made for us since. Okay. So Josh Allen 18, so Matt Milano. That's a big pick. That's a big pickup for our guy. Teron Johnson, I think, is a big pickup for the Bills, and he's on his second contract. So Teron Johnson's a big pickup for us. And here's the thing: the sooner I get, am I saying that right? The recent I get with these draft picks, you just don't know yet, because you always got to wait 3 years in to know what you got in this draft. So when you look at that Josh Allen draft, Josh Allen, you got Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds just signed a freaking huge deal. If he was a bum, his ass would A, still be with us, or B, we would have let his ass walk. And he'd be still on free agency right now, searching for a place to take a 1-year deal. So boom, there's one. And then Teron Johnson and Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller, although not on our team, he's a freaking Pro Bowl guard on the Browns. So, like, a lot of people want to poo-poo on Brandon Beane on what he's done. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes on my guy, Brandon Beane. I ain't trying to hear that. Somebody said the Bears are dumb. Well, listen, man. Some might say the Bills are dumb for giving Von Miller all that money. But we are like, yeah, we got Von Miller. Somebody say, yo, y'all paid Von Miller all that money for what? Are you guys nuts? All depends. It's the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to that. So is what it is. Is what it is. So, folks, I appreciate you. You guys are good people. You guys have been holding it down with your boy, and I appreciate you very much. We had 300 people watching today, all from all over the place: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. Before we get out of here, smash that like for your man's. Free agency is not done. I'm gonna try to now because I work the overnight, right? So I'm up during the day. So if there's things that pop off, I'm gonna be going live either because I work the overnight, so I might be on my phone, be like, "Yo, live from work location. Here's what's happening." Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it plays out, man. We'll see how it plays out. We have a lot of things on the horizon for Bills content coming your way. And it's just a matter of time when we do. The draft is around the corner, believe it or not. So you know how it is. It gets litty when it comes to draft time. Myself, Kev, my man Rev is going to be there. My man P Money jumps in here and there. And then we might have some special guests join us. So we'll see how that plays out. My man Namdi says, yo, Rico, your prediction for who the splashiest player will acquire this offseason? You know what? I feel we will get one more splashy player. I mean, I don't want to call Conor McGovern a splashy player, but if we were to sign a splashy player or trade for a splashy player, um, you know what I mean? Jamal Williams would be nice, a nice 1-2 punch with a strong back with a very a fast, you know what I mean, twitch back in James Cook. There's no big name safeties that are out there. Maybe Bobby Wagner being a linebacker. We might even go Levante David. So splashy, it's tough for me to say, bro. It really is tough. It's a tough question. It's because we may not even make any splash whatsoever. We might just, you know what I mean, we just might be just playing with the water and just we're not splashing nothing. We're not bang in the water. We're not doing that. We're just kind of chilling. You know what I'm saying? We're just waiting in the water. We're just waiting in the water, baby. So yeah, man, that's where we're at, man. So let me let's bring this down. Let's bring the show down to a close. So folks, big moves were made. We made some restructuring. I was able to let y'all know that we made an additional restructure in Stefan Diggs. So salute to Stefan Diggs restructuring his contract. So that frees up about $20 million for the Bills. That frees up about $20 million for the Bills. So and this is rough math. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? But 10, almost 11 mil plus another 6, that's 17, plus another 5. You know what I'm saying? That's 22. So 22 and a half. All right. So round up, we'll call it 23. So 23 mil in cap space. That's enough to really go after someone and give them a very low base salary and then do some back end shit. You know what I mean? So it's possible. Brandon Beane is always constantly working. You gotta trust in Brandon Beane. He's that dude. So we'll see how this plays out. So recapping our night, Josh Allen, Von Miller, $32 million saved in cap space. Milano, $6 million saved right there. 2-year extension for Milano on top of that. So we have him until 2026. Tim Settle restructures. Tyler Matkevich signs a 1-year deal. Tyler Dotson, Tyrell Dotson, excuse me, signs a 1-year deal. Sam Martin, partner Sam Martin. Shout out to Sam Martin coming through and get himself a 3-year deal. How we went from the punt god and controversy to a freaking gem of a punter in Sam Martin. That's dope, man. Naeem Hines, as our kicker turn, Palmer Turner, has saved us a little bit of money, 1.3 mil. He remains with the squad, and we signed a big lineman free agent in Conor McGovern, 25-year-old, a 3-year deal, 28 mil. So salute to the Bills, making sure that they're keeping us competitive and keeping us going. And Tremaine Edmonds has joined the Chicago Bears alongside a whole lot of other players. So at the end of the day, folks, big moves were made. Big moves were made in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys are loaded up. They got Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore is a serious player. He's one of the best corners in the game still. and he was a solid corner for the Colts last year. And the Cowboys just stole him for a fifth round pick. Go figure. So we just got news that Aaron Rodgers is going to break his silence on Wednesday. He definitely ain't going back to the freaking Packers. So I don't know why this is a big to do. Just freaking announce it already and call it a day. But for the most part, folks, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Apparently, hold on a second now. So Diggs is and this is how it changes for Diggs. Remember, I was saying that we just kicked the can down further down the road for Stefan Diggs. So the Bills just converted a $6.74 million of Diggs' salary into a signing bonus. So obviously, which gave us the saving is 5.4. So Diggs' cap hits now will be 14.8 in 23, 27.8 in 24, 27.3 in 25, 28 in 26, and 22 in 27. So Diggs, 29 years old, and obviously he's coming off a massive year, Pro Bowler, all that good stuff. So he's our guy. He's our guy. So I mean, we just kicked it down the can. So at one point, I can't see us giving this guy 27 million, 28 million. So the writing could be on the wall for Stefan Diggs when you make something like this happen. So I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how to feel about that. So Will Hernandez is off the market. He's going to Arizona on a 2-year deal. So you could take him off the market, but we're off the market anyway, so it's fine. And we still need a backup quarterback, folks. We need a backup quarterback, and we need to certainly make sure that we handle ourselves accordingly when it gets to you know what I mean, making moves happen. So that being said, that is my time, folks. Breaking news: Lions just signed Levante. Oh, David Montgomery clearing the way for the Bills to get Jamal Williams. Hey yo. So listen, David Montgomery, that's a good signing for the Lions. So Jamal Williams is available. I know the Jets wanted Jamal Williams, and I know somebody else wanted Jamal Williams. So listen, maybe Jamal Williams is the guy that we need, you know what I mean, to get in this, because I'm gonna tell you this, man. What I need you guys to understand something. I'm gonna play a little clip for y'all, and I don't want y'all to be sad. There's nothing to be sad about, because it's just necessary for you guys to hear this clip before I get out of here. And I'm gonna put this out there in the universe so we can pick up the likes of Jamal Williams. And if I can find my clip, that would be most wonderful. And right now I can't find it. So this is killing my vibe right now. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. Jamal Williams is available. So if we can freaking sign Jamal Williams, boy, that would be absolutely amazing. Let me just play that one more time.
It's all dog around this mug.
That's what we need. We need dogs around this mug. And if we can...
Don't let these tears fool you. It's all dog around this mug.
That's what we need on this team. Dogs all over the place. All this Chihuahua business, all these wiener dogs, all these soft-ass beta dogs, we don't need that shit. We need some dogs around this mug. So maybe we got to start with Jamal Williams. You feel me? Anyway, folks, that's it for my time, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are big business, and you guys are always holding it down for the Bills Mafia and holding it down for Buffalo Fanatics, and it's always love. Always, always, always. So I appreciate y'all, man, and we got to do this again. So hopefully I'm going to try to come back and really give y'all the goods sometime this week, man. But you know what I mean? I work the night, so you guys might get me in uniform telling you guys what's really good, what's happening, who's breaking shit down. So if you guys enjoyed the show, in all seriousness, smash that like and just tell people. The more people we get, the better. We are trying to grow this channel. We are 25,000 subscribers on this bitch. We're trying to get it to 30, right? Let's get up to 30,000 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, smash that like, and enjoy the rest of your night. Folks, that's my time. Let me play my outro music, and then we go from there. Enjoy the night. Enjoy yourself. And until next time, it's your boy. And I'm gone. Bills Mafia, Buffalo Fanatics. I'm